Hello there, everyone, and welcome to Ebony's Bookshelf Chat, Author Edition. And I'm your host, Ebony Essence. And this is where stories are more than pages, they're an experience. The authors behind the pen make us feel the love, the healing, tension, and passion. But most of all, they make us feel seen. These stories shape our culture, build connection, and remind us that our voices deserve to be heard. So joining me today is, I'm saying this right, Aricka Alexandar?
Aricka. Aricka.
Erica.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, dang. So Aricka
It's okay. It's
Alexandar,
okay.
sorry,
It's okay.
also known as Arii A, because I heard you
Mm-hmm.
say you call yourself that, correct? And
Mm-hmm.
your pronouns are she, they.
Mm-hmm.
Is that yes? All right,
Yeah,
thank
that's
you.
right.
And Ari is a Louisiana native with the perfect blend of spices that drip through every page, writing for over 15 years now, with their catalog representing adult and queer romances and some young adult and teen reads. Thank you so much for being here, and I cannot wait to chat with you today.
Thank you for having me.
Okay, look, I got all my nerves shaken out, so now I am so ready. And I'm excited. So the first question, I was watching, doing some research, and I heard that Sydney Clausen is one of your favorite WNBA players. So if you ever got a chance to meet her, what would you say to her?
Uh,
Or have you already met her?
no, I haven't. I've never
Oh,
been to a WNBA game because we don't have a team here, which is why I made my own team. But,
yeah.
um, I don't know. I think I would be. Okay, so I am introverted, so people have to talk to me first before I talk to them. So I don't know if I'll be able to like say anything to her, but I would wave. I would, say hey or something. But other than that,
Yeah.
if she not holding a conversation with me, I'm not gonna
You
start one
like,
because I'm be like, oh my god, what am I supposed to say? I'll
I
be
understand
stressed.
that. Look, I understand that. Even with meeting some of y'all authors at events, I'm like, do you know who you are? Do you know who you are? Like, I'm shocked, but yeah, I get it. So the next question is strawberry shortcake or hummingbird cake? Because I heard you love cake, so I said, gotta
So
have you
I've
pick.
I've never had hummingbird cake,
Oh, it's
and
okay.
funnily, oddly enough, strawberry shortcake isn't one of my favorites. But but like it went with the thing with a book, so I was like, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
strawberry. But I do like strawberries, and I do like cake. Like cake is my favorite, like dessert, I guess. But I guess of the two, I would say strawberry shortcake. But my favorite cake is chocolate cake. But
Oh yeah.
have you ever had like the berry chantilly cake? Like
No, and so I heard it was good.
that is one of the best cakes ever.
And I
It's
think
really
they got it
good.
at my farmer's market. Now you got me thinking I need to make a trip up there. And if they
I
got it, I
think they
need to
have
get
them
it.
at I think they have it at Whole Foods too. If you have a Whole Foods, they might have like a cupcake, a chantilly cupcake at Whole Foods. But yeah, I think that's
Oh.
those two, that and chocolate, are my favorite two cakes.
And I think we got a Publix here in Georgia, and I think they have it there. I think so. But yeah, either way, I will be checking that out because I love a good dessert. Now, like I said, you're from Louisiana, so I had to ask red beans and rice or boudin. Who you
now,
going with?
now, first of all, I feel like do you hate me or something like this? Those are two of my favorite dishes, like top two, and I mean top two. But probably I have to say red beans because red beans and rice my favorite dish of all time. But like I just had boudin yesterday, so
I had to ask. I was doing my research, and I was like, she might get me. Like I was reading, I was reading the questions to my
those are
friend, and
like
she was
my
like, "Now, why
top
would you
two.
do that?" She said,
Why?
"Why would you
Because
do
like
that?"
I appreciate it though,
Okay.
but yeah, red beans is my number one. Like I can eat red beans. I try to
I
cook
think. Ooh.
them, but for some reason, the people in my house be acting like they don't want to eat them every week. And I'm like, come on, y'all, it's a tradition.
Come
Red bean
on.
Monday, we have to eat it on Monday, but I don't even want to eat them. So,
They'll be all right. They don't know what they missing. I can't wait to come back and visit Louisiana and get some of the good food. Hopefully, I can come back sooner than later. But Yeah, I did have to ask you that question, so please forgive me. Hmm. And the last question for this round: which character from any of your books would you go on a tropical island with for vacation?
Um, let's see. Uh, probably it'll probably be. I don't know. I think me and Angel will have a good time. We'll just have like a real good time. But like, if not Angel, then maybe I want to say, hmm, who else? Oh, my one of my characters, Tayliana, she's actually like from Hawaii. So like, she can take
Ooh,
me
okay.
and show me around and we'll have a good
Hmm.
time.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Just show me what's going on. Show me the real what's going
Right,
on.
right.
Yep. Okay, I love that. All right, so we survived that round. Woo. So now moving on. Okay, so I know that you wanted to write books that had us on the cover, which I
Hmm.
love that. And I read looking, like doing my research that Monica McCahan, if I'm saying that right,
Hmm.
I think that's how is the author of Indigo Summer. Like she was an inspiration for you becoming an author. Like what about her writing or that story in particular was an inspiration for you?
So it was just the whole thing about like this was when I first read the book. I believe I was 14.
Hmm.
Yeah, I think I was 14. And it was something about, and the character in the book was 15. So it was something about reading about a black character around my age that's like going through stuff that I'm going through, or people around me going through. And it's just
Hmm.
like, I think it was like, she was like from Georgia or something, like the character. But I was
Okay.
like, this is really cool. Like, I didn't, because that was like, again, some of my first exposure to like teen fiction, like young adult, that type of category. And so I was
Hmm.
like so intrigued. I was like, so like, what if I wrote a book, but the character was from Baton
Hmm.
Rouge, from Louisiana, and was like my age, and so it was just the whole story of it was relatable. They had
Hmm.
people that were like, black people my age, and then from the South like me, and I was
Yeah.
like, I can. Not that I wasn't like, oh, I can do this better. It was just like, what if I like furthered their representation so that people
Hmm.
who were
I
from
get that.
my city and my state, and then I can incorporate stuff that actually was happening in like this realistic fiction type of way. Now, the first
Yeah.
draft of my YA book that I wrote that was inspired by that book, we didn't talk about that book because it was like but when I went back and like rewrote it and like re-edited it with like my life experience that I have over the
Hmm.
year, I was like, yeah, and to this day, I'm still really proud of. I'm still really proud of that series, even though it's not finished yet. I just haven't been in the YA writing mood. But
Ain't nothing wrong with that. Yeah.
I do feel like one day, if it finally reaches the target audience of like young adults, then I think it would do like really really good because it has like really good friendships and like support a family, and there is like you know a coming out story and
Hmm.
like stuff that people go through, like divorce and like maybe like verbally mentally abusive parents. Some people have those,
Mm.
and
Yeah.
death of a parents and death of grandparents, and like all the stuff that I was dealing with and that people around me was dealing with, and people that to this day still dealing with, mixed with
Yeah.
like high school drama and you know first loves and all that good stuff. And it was just that story opened my eyes to what I can write. And like,
Yeah.
'cause my imagination was like already all over the place, because like I was writing, like when I was in middle school, I was writing fanfics. I didn't know that's what they was called, but like I was
Okay.
writing, stories about characters with my favorite artists and stuff like that. I didn't know that was called fanfic. I'm like, it's just a story, you know?
Yeah.
And so so my imagination was always like, I would get lost in my imagination all the time. And so when I translated to words, when I realized that I could, like, nothing was stopping me from getting on Microsoft Word and writing a book myself,
Hmm.
then like, yeah, let's do that. And I've always just loved being able to like tell stories and put story and words together and stuff.
Listen, because y'all people that could put a story together, actually put it together and put it on paper, y'all some bad mojos, okay? Bad mofos like y'all, y'all got it. So,
Thank you.
but yeah, I love that. I really do. And some of the stuff that you talked about just now, I do have questions about those. But before we get to that, I do want to say, listen, writing a book in 3 weeks, listen, I ain't no author and I appreciate reading y'all's work, but that is amazing. Like, how was that process writing books in 3 weeks? Like,
Um.
did it just all come
So
to you?
well. So that was mostly in 2024 because like last year I took a break from
Mm,
writing because I wrote a lot of books in 2024, but a lot of it had to do with me. I wasn't in therapy then, and I needed to be in therapy. I just started therapy last year,
I
because
want to start.
I have anxiety, depression. Then I was finally diagnosed
Mm,
like ADHD, and like I still need to get actually tested for autism. But my therapist was like, "You showing all the signs of
the
it." But
signs.
like when you go like your whole life thinking that something is wrong with you and realizing why you not, you can't do
Yeah.
stuff that other people is doing or to the extent that they doing it. And then when you get that, I guess like validation or like, when you finally realize it's like a lot. And so mentally it's just like it was a lot of, but like I said that to say before I got the diagnosis or discovery or whatever, I my way of coping with anxiety and stress and depression was just the right, like, because I could get lost in like this alternate reality with these other characters and
Yeah.
stuff. And the more I was writing, the less I was up in my head, the less I was stuck in my head. So
Yeah.
sometimes I sit there and every day I write at least 3,000 words every day. And so my books are like no more than like 70 something thousand words. So if you writing consistently 3,000 words every day, you can get it done in a month, less than a month
Yeah.
and whatnot. And so that's what I was doing. And that's how I was able to write so many books that I did in 2024, because I wrote 11 books that year. And so it was just,
That is amazing.
back to back to
It
back.
really
But
is.
the whole thing, it was just me trying not to spiral and like overthink and everything.
Yeah.
And so, but unfortunately, that led to burnout around like September of that
Mm-hmm.
year. And it's
Gotcha.
last
Yeah.
year I was feeling like the remnants of it basically. And so that's why I only wrote maybe like I think like 4 books last year. And this year I'm, slowing down even more because I have a back catalog now, so I don't have to like, but also at the same time, I'm trying to find
Yeah.
healthy ways to cope with, the anxiety and stress outside of writing,
Yeah.
which is why I started doing Legos and, started back just watching movies that I've never seen. I'm trying to watch older movies and, I'm just trying to find more things to do,
Different. Yeah.
essentially. But yeah, that's all it was. Just me, trying to my coping mechanism basically.
Well, for one, I want to say I applaud you for getting into therapy because that is so important. Some people try to shy away from it, and I really need to get in therapy myself just to get it out there. I mean, I have a journaling book, but I applaud you for going into therapy because I think the more people see other people, especially us, going to
Mm,
therapy, I think they will get more comfortable with, it's okay to go talk to somebody. And also realizing if that therapist doesn't work, that's fine.
mm,
You can always find the one that works for you. You
right.
ain't got to stick with that person if they don't make you feel comfortable or they don't make you feel seen or heard and are truly not helping you. So I want to definitely commend you on that. And then writing those books, I know you like you said it burned you out, but that was also a way for you to, like you said, get all of that out on page. And that's amazing. But I'm glad that you also realize that there's other ways to, just step back and do other things. So I really, I really appreciate that for you and I love that. So I'm proud of you. Very
Thank
proud
you.
of you. So now, um, we're gonna talk about where's there smoke. Listen, that cover for one is so beautiful. It's so beautiful. Fee and Sweets. Did you dream about them first? Because like they were a dream come true.
So
Like,
okay, so the story behind that book and how it came to be is my editor that actually edited the book. She was like, this was like in January, I believe, of last year. She was like,
mhm.
okay, listen, I have an idea for a book, right? What if you wrote about, because I had made a post about how for some reason there's always like a baker or a chef in one of my books. And so she had seen it, she was like, okay, listen, what if you made a baker, and then the love interest was like a female firefighter? And I was like, write that down, because that is a good idea. And so
Yep.
immediately I was on it. And I was like, okay, cool. So we about to turn this into a book. And so I think it took me like a month to write that book. But yeah, I was like real invested in that story, and then I wanted a cover like different from all the other covers I had did, because some of
Mm.
my covers are made by the same artist, but I like using different artists because I just like how different people interpret my characters. And so the
Yeah.
cover that was where There's Smoke, it was drawn by an artist named Alex. He's a black artist. And when I seen like his art style, I was like, oh, this is gorgeous. This is really, really gorgeous. And so, when I commissioned him and like when he was sending me the updates and then the final cover, I was like, this is so gorgeous. And then everybody thought it was like really, really gorgeous. And I was like,
It is.
exactly.
It
It's
really is.
really, really gorgeous. And so I think besides the story, because I'm really, really proud of that story, I think the cover had a lot to do with like people, like catching people's attention and like them wanting to
Yeah.
read it. And then they're like, oh, it's a black female firefighter. And then there's this really beautiful plus size baker. And then she's really, really cute and quirky. And then this charismatic firefighter. And it's just, I think that combination it just goes hand in hand. And
They
so
really do.
I was like, yeah, this is the one. And it's still one of my favorite books. It's one of my favorite books.
It is so good. Like the cover, like I said, is so beautiful. You get that, of course, like where there's smoke, like she's a firefighter, she's a baker. But also it's like it's cute, and you can tell it's some spicy because she's feeding Phoenix a strawberry. Like, you think you're slick. I know what y'all doing in that book. So yeah, that was really, really cute. And I really love this book because with Angel baking cupcakes, it reminded me of my mom when being in middle school and high school. My mom was baking cupcakes for everybody. She was baking for church, she was baking them for events, just whatever, and everybody swore up and down my mama had cracking them cupcakes because they was like, they so addictive. I'm like, that's what you call baking with love, okay? She was
Hmm.
baking with love, people. And then I got a cousin that's a firefighter, and I'm like, I be telling him, you ain't find me no firefighter yet. Like, how long it's gonna take you to be a firefighter? So yeah, but I really enjoyed the cover, and the story is just as beautiful on the inside. So I listen, the tension that you were building between these two, off the charts. Like with Fee, she was speechless when she first seen Angel. Um, it's like she couldn't get right, but then when she got her mojo back, when time passed and she seen her again, it's like, wait a minute, she got her mojo back, and the next thing you know, Angel was over here stuttering because Fee was applying that pressure. Okay, she was applying that pressure. Like, how much fun was that building the tension and the passion between them? Throughout the whole book because baby, they were hot. They were hot.
Um, I really, really enjoy it. Like I always say, like when I read back what I write, because I like writing books that I'm gonna enjoy too. So
Mm-hmm.
I constantly reread all the books that I've written because I enjoy them just that much. And I know they may
Yeah.
not be everybody's style, but as long as I'm happy with, how they turned out, I know there's gonna be somebody out there that's gonna like it. And that's all that matters to me.
Yeah.
You know?
Mm-hmm.
So when I was writing it, I was like giggling. I was like, oh, this is so cute. This is so so cute. And and then so the first part when they meet after a year, and then they like outside the shop, and then Phoenix is
Mm-hmm.
like, "Yeah, you the one," and so she immediately, just comes over and just is like, you know, getting her,
Yep.
and then Angel was
Mm-hmm.
like, okay, because Angel was intrigued too, because
Yes.
I'm not sure if you I actually went back and wrote about it in like a bonus chapter. I'm not sure if you read the bonus chapter,
Oh no, I
but
don't think I read that.
it's a collaboration I did with one of my author friends, Carmen. So she like wrote her characters,
Hmm.
and then I wrote, Angel and Fee. But this is like it takes place right before Phoenix comes back to no, before Angel moves back to, Tucker. Like before that scene, before
Hmm.
that happens, like after the prologue,
Okay.
before chapter one, that's when the bonus chapter happens. And so like during it, Angel was like, I think I messed up because there's like this really attractive woman, and I was like kind of rude to her. And what if, I never see her again? And so the other character's like, I don't know. If y'all meant to be, y'all meant to be. And so
Mm.
that's how chapter one came about. And then Phoenix and Angel, they both was like,
Oh
if I
yeah.
see that person again, I'm not going, you know, waste time this
Yeah.
time. And so that's why it ultimately spirals into them getting into the relationship as quick as they do, because they're like, we ain't got time to
Yeah.
waste. We done wasted a whole year.
Nothing. Because Angel was a little, she was a little snippy. I do remember that part. Like she was a little snippy. Phoenix had to be like, "What you looking at?" Like, "Ooh." I'm like, but you know what? That's me. Because I'm quick to. Can I? Can I help you? What are
Right.
you looking at? Say something. Say hello, bye, or something. But no, that was really that was cute. That was also funny. I'm like, yeah, that would be something that I would say. Cause like, what are you looking at, child? So yeah, I love that. And during their relationship, especially when the spicy scenes were happening, Angel confidence was like getting so big. Like she was really taking control. It was like beautiful to watch. So like, was building her confidence always something you wanted to do, or was like Angel talking to you, telling you like, nah, this is how it's gonna go
So
as her
my thing
character?
about it is I've written some shy characters, and I've also like, I don't, I take when I read like threads or like watch videos of like readers and stuff, and they be like
Hmm.
stuff that they like or dislike. I actually take that into account because I don't want my because I'm also thinking, because a lot of people don't like that. Me neither personally. That sometimes in books the bigger or the more plus size character is like low confidence or like
Yeah.
low self esteem, and people, not everybody is like that, no matter like what size you
Hmm.
are. And so the whole thing about Angel is not, she does not lack confidence like at all, but because she hadn't been with somebody for a while, it's just that she was unsure about,
Yeah.
she wasn't sure about, and she was like kind of nervous because she also hadn't slept with anybody in a while as well.
And I love
So
that
she
part.
wasn't
Yeah.
sure if, she was going to be, I guess, good or experienced
Hmm.
as, I guess I'm trying to say it the right way, like as experienced
No.
as, Phoenix is. And
Hmm.
so but once she got into the groove of things, she was showing her true colors, because
Oh, got you.
she ain't no shy girl.
Girl,
She is
she's
not no
not.
shy girl.
Especially from like I said, when she was like told things like, "What are you looking at?" I was like, "Oh yeah, she's definitely not shy at all." And then like she runs a whole bakery, but
Yeah.
I do like you said when it was her time, and she hadn't, like you said, hadn't been with anybody in a while. She was kind of nervous, so that was definitely relatable. Um, but yeah, when she when she got in the groove, she was like, "Oh baby, it's on and popping, like
Right.
we here now." It was that now that was so cute. I'm like, girl, you better take her down.
And Phoenix was
Better
like,
take
yes,
her down.
ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
I know that's like, yeah, you better you better say something to my girl. Let her know she's doing what she's doing. Okay. They were so cute. They were so stinking cute. But and I want to say with Fee, I really enjoyed like the how she took care of Angel, because during that one part in the book where Angel and Nate, they hadn't seen each other in a while, and they had that conversation
Mhm.
about why it was her first. And sorry if I'm spoiling this for anybody, but that was her first because she felt like she was behind on having sex and letting go of the baby. For one, I love the conversation because it's her body, it's her choice, you
Right.
know. And Sir Nate, like you kind of like dipped out for a week, I think it was, with
Mm-hmm.
no communication. Like at the end of the day, she has to do what is best for her and what pleases her. But it was like after that conversation, she kind of went on autopilot. And I love how Phoenix stepped in and was like, um, telling the people at the bakery going to shut down, but also Angel's going to be off for a week, packed the bags. She took her own personal time and then they went to the cabin. Like, how important is, how, I think, how I'm trying to say this, how important is it to show that care, that tender touch between when somebody's just out of it and then somebody steps in and just really takes care of that person? It's like you almost feel seen. Like, so how important was it to write such a moment?
So it was like that was like actually one of my favorite parts to write because I was able to put a little bit of myself in there, I guess, because if I was in her situation, I would hope there would be somebody that would step in and like because the way Angel was like she got really, really overwhelmed, almost to the point
Hmm.
of like shutting down and breaking down. And so to have Phoenix there to be like, okay, so we're gonna remove you from the situation and we're going to focus on other things. Because even if you don't want to talk about it right now, I'm going to give you a space to, you know, relax
Yeah.
and, calm and then be comfortable and feel safe away from everything that's happening. So when you are ready to talk, then we can have this conversation. And you see, she doesn't even talk about it until later
Hmm.
on, like later on in a trip when she finally tells everything that happens.
Yep.
They go fishing, they, have some
That was a
fun in the
funny scene.
cabin,
Mm.
everything. They do all that. And it's just because she Phoenix can tell, how overwhelmed she got and also
Hmm.
she like put herself in Angel's shoes
Yeah.
and she was like, what I wouldn't want nobody like and what Nate did was like really uncalled for
Yeah.
because first of all, you this like this blame game that you're trying to do is not it's not gonna cut it at
At
all.
all.
And also like the way he was written, it was like it was to showcase that there are people, men and like other people who feel like they have a say so over what you can do with your productive system and what you want
Hmm.
to do. And I also wanted to write that Angel did not want to have kids. Like that was very important for me to showcase
Yeah.
that her mind was not going to change. She was firm on her beliefs of what she wanted and what she, didn't want. And
Yeah.
she made a decision for her that was, and the fact that he shut down and left her alone didn't help the situation at all.
At
And
all.
so
Yep.
I just wanted to showcase um that, you know, she had that support system. And I
Hmm.
don't know, it was just important to especially for people who questioning whether the way they feel about giving birth or pregnancy or having kids or not having kids
Yeah.
is invalid because somebody else say that it's invalid, like, oh, you're supposed to feel this way, oh, because you're a woman or because you can have kids
Hmm.
you should have kids,
Yes. Yep.
and you shouldn't not want to and all that good stuff. But like, no, you ain't gotta do none of that. You are your own person, and
Exactly.
there are
Yep.
people out there that are going to support you. And I wanted to show that Angel had that support system, even with her brothers. Her brothers wasn't going to take
Yep.
that, even though they didn't know what had
They didn't
happened.
know.
But like, if they had known,
Yeah.
they probably would have beat his ass earlier.
They would have. That's I feel they would have. They would have. Yeah. They would have got on them for sure.
So it was like
But yeah.
very important to me to showcase that whole scene, and then everything that
Hmm.
happened with Phoenix and Angel afterwards.
Yeah. Because all that was really really powerful. Especially like saying with Phoenix, a lot of us want somebody that makes us feel safe. And
Hmm.
that's definitely what Phoenix did for Angel, stepping in and realizing, hey, let me pick her up, let me get her out of here and take her away, and just giving her the space. And I really really enjoyed that. But like I said, that whole scene and what happened afterward was just really really powerful. So thank you for putting that in the book, because somebody like me, I'm 36, and I'm like, I don't think I want to have kids. And if I was to have kids, I would want to have it with somebody that we are fully in love with each other, but we know each other very well. We're healthy as far as mentally and physically, not just
Mhm.
solid. I would say, but yeah, I love that whole thing because it's your body. You do as you please, and that should be the end of
Mhm.
discussion. But yeah, so yeah, I really love that. Um, Changing gears a little bit. I'm also from a small town. I was born in New Jersey, but was raised in Chester, South Carolina. So like Phoenix, I couldn't wait to move away. But of course, we know she moved back because of her family. And I mean, I would move back if need be, but I couldn't wait to get away. Do you think do you think there is something that people don't appreciate enough about small towns that they should?
um, yeah. So I wasn't raised in a small town, but my I have family on both sides, are from
Hmm.
the country of part of Louisiana that we call it the country, where it's really just like Clinton and you know so I spent like weekends and summers, with
Hmm.
around like chicken coops and gardens and farms
Yeah.
and stuff like that in the forest and the woods and stuff like that. So, and I always like the quietness and the sereneness, but also there's
Hmm.
like a, especially like in the fictional town that I wrote, there's like a sense of community because it is majority like black and brown and queer people that live in this fictional
That community.
town.
Yep.
I wish it was a real
I heard
town because
that.
I would move there, but
Okay.
I think it's just something really, really cute and quaint about everybody knowing everybody. And then there's only like, three streets of, in the main part of the town, and everybody lives like 20 minutes away from the town in like
Yeah.
these houses with all these big fields and everything and whatnot. I don't
Hmm.
know. I think it's just something about because I like writing about the friends and the community, how everybody knew the firefighters, how everybody knew, Angel's Bakery or like Maddox's
Hmm.
coffee shop. They were like meeting grounds
Yep.
for like everybody. And so I like that, everybody knew everybody was friends, everybody knew, what was up with what was happening, and everybody was concerned like with the
Yeah.
fire and everything, and how everybody was
Oh
checking
yeah.
on Angel and Phoenix. And I don't know, I just love the being able to write that friendship and the family aspects and the dynamics of everybody. That was like my favorite part of it.
Yeah, because it's even though small town, some of them are related. It is like a found family, in the sense like this is what home feels like. But I like you
Hmm.
said, I really enjoyed it because I mean, like I said, being raised in a small town, I was like, yeah, I get it. I know a lot of people know that coffee shop. I know that breakfast spot. You
Hmm.
know, this is where we go. So yeah, it just it took me back there. Sometimes I still think about moving home, but I'm like, I don't know. I'll come visit. And with Fee, with the the whole fire scene, and then like dealing with the hospital, I really I felt seen in a way there because like my mom, she had cancer, and then they told us there was nothing else that they could do. So they sent her home with hospice, and of course, a couple days later she passed away. And then the following, what next few years went by or so, her mom um went into the hospital just during COVID, and my grandma, like I said, my mom's mom, wound up passing away alone in the hospital because it was COVID. They wouldn't let nobody see her, and I just with the things that both of these characters have lost, which is tough for anybody at any age and any day and time. Writing writing those scenes and writing these losses as you were writing them, like, was there any healing, any part that healed you, or that you wish that us as readers would be healed from?
um, yeah, because so I lost both of my grandparents, one in 2016 and one in 2022, and like in 2016, that's when I was finally diagnosed. Well, I lost her in November 20, I think in January or February of 2017 is when I was finally diagnosed with like anxiety and depression, because she was like my
Mm.
second mom essentially. And my grandpa was like, I would say second dad, but I'm gonna say first dad because we ain't gonna talk about, anyway. But they was like second parents to me basically. And so every
Yeah.
time I write about the loss of a grandparent in my stories, it's me pulling from my actual, experiences. And sometimes I do be crying a little bit when it get to like having to explain what's going on, like the part where um Angel was just taking a moment and then she thinks about her grandma and then she starts crying
Mm-hmm.
and then that's when Phoenix, talks to her, tell her that, they're watching over us and everything, and then she does her hair,
Yeah.
and then I don't know, I think that's like a really, really cute and peaceful moment.
Yeah.
But the whole hospital scene is like that's exactly how I felt when I went to see my grandpa in the hospital. It's like every time I go into hospitals, I get like intense anxiety, and it's also like when I go to doctor appointments, I get like intense anxiety, like crippling nervousness and anxiousness because just like I know what happens in these hospitals. People come in here and then they don't leave, and
Yeah.
it just gets me really, really emotional. So the way she was feeling, the way you know, she got intense feelings and stuff, and Angel had to tell her,
Yeah.
take a break from the hospital because I know this is not easy for you. It was like,
Yeah.
again, just like Phoenix was, um Angel's like peace in her situation. Angel was like, I know you need to take yourself out of the situation. I have my
Yeah.
brothers. I will be okay. You need to worry about yourself. I will be okay. I'll be fine. And so
Yeah.
in that sense, she was like, this is me. I'm taking care of you as well by telling you to remove yourself from this situation. But
Yeah.
she went to she went to the cabin. She couldn't stand it that long.
Yeah.
She's like, I miss my girlfriend. I'm going
Yeah.
back.
I know, right? Go get your girl. Go get her. But no, that was really beautiful because just to see also, like how throughout the book during these certain situations how they take care of each other and speak up for one another when the other person doesn't have the words to say. So I really, really appreciated that moment. And lastly, well, for this part, um, even still in this day and age, as people are coming out, which shouldn't even be a thing now, but I really enjoyed how you wrote Fee coming out. I believe it was her papa, and how there was no judgment. He just loved her, supported her, accepted her, and I really love that you put that in the book so that it wouldn't be like it just no, that's what it should be. So
Hmm.
how important was that for you to just show that for anybody that is queer, um, a part of the like I said, the rainbow committee, to show them that listen, people out here are gonna accept you and love you like so just how important was that for you to write that in there?
Um, very, because I always want to show, even if it not may not be realistic for like a lot of people, unfortunately, you know,
Yeah,
there are some times where I just wanted to feel like it's okay to be yourself. It's okay to be who you are, even if the people around you are like, oh, I have their opinions or whatever. There's always going to be somebody, even if it's some stranger online that you met because y'all was fangirling over some band or something. You know,
mm-hmm.
if you come out to them and they're going to be happy for you. They're going to be happy
Yeah,
that you are happy. And I wanted to show that even as like a child, Fee's grandpa loved her so much, and all he cared about was that her and her sister were okay, were happy, were taken care of. So
yeah,
her being, and he loved the fact that she was herself, and he encouraged it and everything else. And so I just wanted to shine some light that not all the time is it going to be, you know, a big, you know, fallout, because there are people
yeah,
who are supportive from jump, and Phoenix had that, and Angel had that,
yeah,
and
mm-hmm.
there are parts of the story where I showcase that there are characters who didn't have that, which is why they
Yeah,
came to Tucker to be around people who would give them community, who would accept them. And
yeah,
sometimes
yep,
you gotta remove yourself from the situation that you're in to find that acceptance and love that you want. So I
exactly.
just wanted to show that as well, because found family is a big thing in the book and books that I write, and chosen
Yeah,
family, especially like in the Beautiful Gem series, that whole series is built around found family and chosen family. Because unfortunately, a lot of those characters came from families who weren't accepting or loving, which is how they ended up in Tucker as well, because they were
Yeah.
looking for their community and their people, and people who would just love them. And there is somebody, it might be, they might not, you might not find them today or tomorrow, but there's somebody out there who is
Okay.
gonna love and accept you just the way you
Yep.
are. And you don't have to be something that you're not, just to impress people who wouldn't have a second glance at you.
Okay. You don't have to over explain yourself. People just they see you and they accept you. And I really love that part of the book. And like I said, this town Tucker, like you said, listen, if it was a real place, go ahead and let me pack my stuff. Scoot
Right.
over, y'all. Let me in here. I'm so before we go into your bookshelf, are you gonna be I think you're gonna be a Black Romance this year, is that correct? Are you gonna be at any other events?
um, no, no, nothing I know of, not yet. No, because I think I got one event a year in me. I'm not even gonna hold you. I got one event a year.
I understand you
Cause
like as a
it's
reader.
yeah, it's a. I didn't realize how much it was until like I was like, dang, I gotta buy this, I gotta buy this, I gotta buy this, I gotta get this, I gotta make sure this is right. And also, I live 8 hours away from Atlanta, so me and my brother are
Yeah.
driving. Well, actually, he's driving, and I'm riding in the passenger seat because I'm terrified of flying. And also, we could save money if we just drive. So
Okay.
we gonna be on the road. So, but there's you gotta have gas money, and then the hotel.
Yeah.
We ain't gonna talk about that. But so the everything adds up really really quickly, and
Yes.
also the way my social battery is, I love meeting new people. I love talking to people. But after a while, I gotta go home. I gotta go inside because it's like gets big, and then it gets like this big really really quick. But I'm working on my social media. My meter. I really am. So I'm trying to, maybe next year I'll do 2 events. Who knows?
Like I said, I'm proud of you because y'all authors do have a lot. Y'all people got what's the big old stand thing.
Mm-hmm. I
And
don't
you
even know
got
where you
the
get that from.
tablecloth. I forgot. I forgot where it's because somebody just posted how they redid theirs or whatever. And I'm like, where? Like, I'm like, y'all like, where do y'all buy this stuff from? Even though I mean, I'm not an author, but I'm just curious. But yeah, y'all have a lot like whether you do pre-orders or just bringing a certain amount of books. And then Black Romance, I had so much fun last year, and like I'm a people person, but it was a lot of energy going on, and I'm glad like with the authors they had y'all signing, if you signed in the morning, then I don't really think that you came back, later on that day. You might come back the next day. So I'm not sure how they're doing it now, but I can't wait to, meet you because I'm going to be there. I'm also going to be hosting the author dinner with one of my friends, Jasmine. So that's going to be exciting. I hope that all the authors get to come in there so we can y'all can take a little break away and we could just have some fun, play some games. But yeah, I can't wait to see you. And like you say, if you have you know, more in you to do next year, cool. But if not, listen, I totally understand. Because like I said, I'm a reader, and I'm only doing what 2 this year. No, I'm doing 3. One of them I'm going as a volunteer because I wanted to see that side of the book event. But other than that, I'm like, yeah, I'm sitting on down. I'm sitting down. So now, like I said, it wouldn't be the bookshelf chat because like my question is, so what's on your bookshelf? So I had to ask one of the questions I want to know.
Mhm.
Are there any books on your shelf that you want to read this year that you haven't read?
Um. So there's a book. Yeah, I have books that I've definitely bought that I haven't read yet. But I've just been in like a reading slump like the last couple of months, and okay. So I'm halfway through a book called Memories Like Fangs, and the first book is a duology. The first book was like
Mm,
my favorite book that I read last year. And this second book, I got halfway through it last year, like when it came out. I got halfway through it, but then I got into a reading slump because I was trying to finish this book, and then the writing took priority of reading. But I do want to finish that book soon, really
mm,
soon. What else? What the fuck? Um, I don't know. We'll see. But I do have a few. Oh, I don't have that right there. I thought I had my iPad to see what books was on my Kindle shelf. I have a few books by Carmen Lee that I want to read as well, and like a lot of sapphic books, because the thing about me is my priority when it comes to reading is black sapphic books, because I just love black women in love,
Okay, I mean, just look at us.
right? But I
Right.
do love a good, MF romance, but I gotta like be in a mood to read about a man and a woman together. I'm not gonna hold you. So that list, that TBR is like really, 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 really long. But yeah, I do have a bunch of books. I can't think of them off the top of my head, but I do have a bunch of books that I want to read, and I'm trying to get back into the reading of things and away from the writing of things, because I finished this book that I'm releasing in July, and I'm trying to do something else for a while before I get into like
Hmm.
really having to edit it.
Yeah.
But yeah, so far, Memories Like Fangs is the book that I'm working through
And I
right
wrote that
now.
down because I'm gonna look into that book. But yeah.
The first book
Listen.
is Stars Like Wings. It's like sapphic romantasy, and I love a good romantasy book. Like magic and romance, those go hand in hand.
Mm,
That's glorious.
okay. That's tough. Yeah. I know like my ex-wife, she done hit me up talking about she sent me a picture of some book and I was like, no disrespect, girl. I'm like, you can read what you want to, but pick up a book with some black people on the cover. Just saying. Just saying. Just saying. So I had to go ahead and go on my Goodreads. I'm like, girl, you need to read this. And every time I think about something, I'm like, I'm about to just send her this stuff. Cause yeah, girl. Come on, if you're gonna be a reader, let's be a reader. All right. I think it was a podcast I think that you were on and that you said that you like Kimberly Brown.
hmm
Um, do you have any of her books or like what is your favorite book from her?
Um, so I love the Dillinger sibling
Oh, I gotta get
series.
into
I've read
that.
all of those except the what's the last one? The latest one she released. I haven't read that one yet. I think it's
Okay.
is it
I know.
Smoke? No,
Mm,
Steel. I think it's Steel.
still.
I haven't read that one yet. But I
Cause I said Kim.
everything that she releases that I've read, I've loved. I think she definitely one of my favorite authors that I've read. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
I love her. I know I went to the last one. Oh, Jada
That's the
is
last
the
one.
fourth.
I
Mm-hmm.
thought she released one after that because I've read Jada. Oh, hold
Oh,
on. I've read
it's
Jada.
Deuce Mecca. So Smoke is the one that's before Jada. But
No,
that's what it's showing on here.
I think it's
Hmm.
Steel. Hold on, let's stick it.
That might be. Look, I'm on Goodreads. I might need to go to her page. I
The
think. Oh yeah, that
Amazon.
is right. Still, because now that I think about it, I had went to Indie Love in June, and then I went to Lord have mercy, Southern Hearts and Signed Kisses in October, and then she released Still. And I said, now, Kim, I was just at these events and I bought these books, and then now you're gonna release it after the event. I could have bought it while I was there, but yeah, you're right. Still is that. I don't know why they don't have it on there, because
So
now
the
I'm thinking
main
about it.
reason why I haven't read that book yet is because I accidentally spoiled something that happens in the book for myself, and
Oh,
I'm trying to forget it first before I read the book, because I wasn't trying, but I seen it on Thread. Somebody had posted about it, and I was being nosy. I was just reading. I was like, oh yeah, let's see what this is about, and I'm spoiling something that happened in the book. I'm like, damn. Now I gotta wait till I forget.
oh, listen, I know what you mean. I get that. So the last question I just want to ask so far, what is your newest favorite read? Like a read that you like, yeah, this going in my favorite column.
Um, hold on a second. Let me check my books. I didn't pull up my thing on Kindle. Let me check my books Cause I don't be
Yeah, I
using
had to.
good. I don't use Goodreads like that. I don't. I
And
despise their
look,
website so much.
and I really like Storygraph better though. I
I done
love
got
story, and
my
then it's
feelings
Black
hurt
woman
one too many
owned.
times on that website.
And then look, I'm on Amazon. Look, sure enough, there goes Still.
Yeah,
Um,
that's the
it's
one I
book,
haven't read. Uh,
and I'm glad I was like, let me go here and look, cause yeah, when was this released? Yep, November. Yep,
oh
cause she released
yeah,
it
yeah,
after.
yeah. Peaches and
I was
Honey
like, dang, can you?
by Carmen Lee. Peaches and Honey. That's one of the latest books I've read.
Oh,
I love, love, love that book. Love,
I
love,
need to
love that
read
book.
it.
But
I know
also,
I'm waiting. What's the book? The Way He Left Us, which comes out next week. I can't wait to read that by her. But I'm gonna read that Peaches and Honey. But what else you get?
well, that's by
My bad, I interrupt you. What other book?
no, no. I was just gonna say those two different Carmens.
Oh yes. Oh Lord. That is right. That's Carmen Scott, Carmen Lee. Lord have mercy.
No, but
And Carmen Lee.
that book is good too. I've read. I was a beta reader for that book. That book is really, really good. So I'm
Okay,
excited for
Lord.
people to finally read that one. Um, hold on. It's a book by the other book that Ellen Bennett released. Um, what is it called? I'm excited about her new book that she got coming out. It's Stud for Stud, and I'm excited
Oh,
about that.
the track four
Hmm.
is that cover for one. That cover is fire.
Right, it's gorgeous. Hold on.
Like, OMG.
You Were
Yeah,
Almost
track four
Home.
is not a.
That's the other book that
Oh,
I love that. I love everything that she released out. So you know,
I was gonna say yeah, I read a couple books so far from her, and I was like, these are good. I can't
her
wait.
writing style is impeccable. Like,
Hmm.
ma'am.
And you're writing too. Listen, I can't wait to get more into your catalog. I just like what I tell authors all the time. I'm like, y'all be dropping books and new authors be coming out of the woodwork. Y'all be dropping everything like crack in the 80s. Like, help me. I'm trying to catch up. I'm trying to read this and read that. I'm like, can I clone myself so me and my clone can start reading and catching up? But yeah, one book at a time. I'm gonna be getting through these catalogs. But yeah. I thank you so much for being here. Do you have any questions for me?
um, no, not at the moment. But thank you so much for having me. I had a good time.
Yes. I'm glad you did. Thank you. This is so much fun. Well, like I said, I thank you so much. I'm so proud of you. I can't wait to read more of your catalog, and I cannot wait to meet you at Black Romance. And for the people watching at home, thank y'all for being here and watching us. So until next time, check out another episode. And then, as always, what's on your bookshelf? Bye.